Hey, 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 you naughty twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. If you haven't got a copy yet, why not pause the video? Ready? Go and get one. Did you get one? You don't have to if you don't want to. Maybe you could get a water or something else. It's up to you. Yum. Okay. So, today, I want to check in with you guys because Divine Feminine, I can feel this anxiety in you, and I can feel this, in some of you it's a sadness, in some of you it's a loneliness, in some of you it is I don't think I can continue on the journey anymore. So I want to come here and give you some of me and Cookie. Cookie's here. Look, he's got batteries. You ready? Tweet, tweet, tweet. Oh, he's got batteries again. Ready? Tweet, tweet, tweet. He is sending you loads of love. And he's got a little collection going on now in his nest of little different things. There's a ring in there and some ribbon and some things that he's found on his journey. So today we are going to do a channeling for the twin flames. Everyone do that face with me. Ready? I just dropped a card on the ground. Oh, goodness me. Goodness knows. See how hard the journey is? Oh dear. Alright. Okay, I'm back again. I told ya. You know who just fell on the floor? Let me just fix my hair. No judging, alright? No judging. Alrighty. Guess what? Divine Masculine can feel you, Divine Feminine. This is pissed off Petunia. She may not be pissed off. She just might be blocking her energy off to the Divine Masculine. And this is not good. Ready? See the new moon? I don't know, I think we've had a recent new moon, but this is her in her emotions. She's not feeling fantastic. Divine Masculine's picking up on these energies. So let's go into Divine Feminine now. Alright. I just shuffled Divine Masculine. I was going to do him first, but it looks like Divine Feminine needs me a little bit more today, first of all. So let's do you. Divine Masculine, he's fine. He can wait. We love Divine Masculine. We love Divine Masculine. He's got some stuff to tell us. I can feel it in my bones. Alrighty. Alright. Let's see what's happening here with you, Divine Feminine. Yep. It's like you want to have a little howl at the moon. Just let me draw Divine Masculine over here so I can get the energies out. Because we're going to have some advice. Okay. We will have advice. Alright. So should we just call Divine Feminine pissed off Petunia just for the day? Yeah. That's how Divine Masculine's seeing her at the moment. Maybe not as in she's not in her ego, but just as in she's blocking off her heart space. Okay. So Divine Feminine, what is going on here? It looks like you are contemplating. Okay. This is a feeling of, when is it going to happen? I miss him a lot. When is he going to come into me? He's being I don't know. Let's call this guy today Slow Steve. All right, I want to call him Steve today. He's being slow, right? But methodical. And divine feminine is kind of like, where's my commitment? You know, she's in her emotions here, and she's wanting. This is what's happening, all right, with no disrespect to divine feminine, because I love her and I am one. So she's kind of going, you know what, I've been focusing on myself. I really love divine masculine. Sometimes he comes in and sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he comes in, sometimes he doesn't. For some of you, you've been in separation for a really long time, but she goes, I'm kind of sick of working on myself. I'm actually getting sick of working on myself. You know, it's this constant, I've nurtured myself to the point where I'm getting all wrinkly in the bathtub, you know? And she's kind of going, I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I feel like I've been pushing myself, but all he seems to be doing is working. It's like the more I work on myself, the more he seems to be working. And I'm feeling the need for love. Okay. This is divine feminine, perhaps daydreaming about the love. But this is all happening in her thinking space. She's feeling her thinking space. Alright, so not only has she been thinking about it, she's been feeling the thoughts. So whatever she's putting in her mind is trickling down into her emotions, and then it's managing to block off this heart space here. You know, you've probably heard the old saying, your thoughts create. Alright, your thoughts do create because they come and they kind of trickle down into your emotional space, into your heart space, and then we get this non-fulfillment. This is not feeling contented because not much is going on in the physical reality, and she needs touch. She's missing out on being touched. Okay, so if you're in a long distance relationship, for some of you are, if you've been in separation for a while, if there's blocks in between your union, which if you're watching this video, most of you have got some kind of block, she's missing the nurturing. You know, just the hug, or just the touch, just the holding hands, even, not even the sex. I mean, sex is great and making love's great, but she misses the intimacy. So as she doesn't get the intimacy, she blocks off her heart here. Divine feminine needs the intimacy. And when she doesn't get it, she feels very alone. I mean, there's only so many bubble baths she can have, and there's only so many, you know, workout routines she can do. I mean, she can be creative too, but she's missing the physical intimacy. And she kind of knows that if she can have the physical intimacy, it's going to bring her this extra oomph for her life, this extra feeling as though she can conquer the world. You know, this is the Wheel of Fortune, a new lucky cycle. Being able to do whatever it is she wants, knowing that divine masculine is there. in a physical way. Okay, we are human and we need physical touch. And so for divine feminine to be feeling this is completely normal. And some of the symptoms of not getting physical intimacy can include depression and anxiety, and even a feeling of malaise, spelled Malaise, malaise. So, not being motivated, kind of wanting to lay around or not feeling inspired to take action in her life. So let's take a look at the DM now. Okay, in the recent past, he may have rushed in with a few messages. Some of them have had blocks in their physical life and cannot come in. Upright, this is rushing Roger. Meow, blink and you'll miss him. Meow. He's so happy to come in, but he may have come in just briefly with some love, with a message of love. But then he took a pause here. And divine feminine's kind of like, well, hang on a minute. Everything was going swimmingly well. And now he's turned his back to me. Alright? Isn't it interesting how divine masculine is really feeling divine feminine, and divine feminine's really feeling energetically divine masculine here? And he has got his eye on something physical. He's taking action in the physical here. There's some kind of decision or planning that he's doing. But he's also feeling a little bit tired. Okay. And that's, because he's expending his time or his energy on people around him or things around him that take away his energy. He's physically losing his energy on something here. And that's the truth. He's also got the moon in reverse here. He's contemplating this energy that he's feeling coming from his divine feminine. He can feel her, and he knows something's a little bit up. Okay. I even feel, as I'm channeling divine masculine, this feeling of tiredness, like he's been out in the sun all day or something, and he just wants to go to bed, like he's just knackered. Knackered is a word we use in Australia for being really tired. You could come, for those of you who are interested in the Australian language, you could come home and say, gee, I'm knackered. It's been a rough day, I'm so knackered. Okay. So, I don't know how many of you have an Australian divine masculine, but if you do, he might be knackered. Alright? Doesn't matter what country he's from, he might be knackered. So he's kind of realizing that divine feminine's waiting on him. He kind of feels like this is how he feels. He feels like a kid in a candy store. He took 3 trains and 2 buses and, I don't know, another train to get to this candy store. It just opened in the city. And he used up all of his money to get to the candy store. And when he gets there, he's actually got no money left. He's got no money left for the candy. And he's like, oh my God. Alright. So divine feminine, you are the candy in this situation here. He's expending all of his energy in his karmic life. And he's trying to get everything done in a hurry so he can come to you. You know what I mean? Like he's going to work and he's doing his stuff and he's paying his bills and he's whatever he's got to do. And then by the time he's done all of that, all of his energy's been expended. So he's too tired to come in and talk to you. And Divine Feminine is a little bit melancholy. She's like, well, you know, I understand that he's got to pay out these other people or compensate these other people. Perhaps he has children, perhaps he has a karmic or family or friends or whoever it is. I understand that he owes them his time or his money. And then I can feel her going, but for crying out loud, for crying out loud, right? This is sleeping Simon. She's like, he's really too tired to talk to me? You know, really? Is he really too tired to talk to me? She needs this physical touch a lot. You know, I mean, you can pleasure yourself, yeah, but it's not the same. You can kiss your own arm, but it's not the same, right? You can fantasize all you like. You know, I feel like many divine feminines are going out in nature and even fantasizing about him proposing or that he has proposed and what's life going to be like. But then he's actually not there. So it starts feeling like a dream. You know, if he's not physically there, is it just a fairy tale then in your mind? Oh, we're going to have 10 kids and a white picket fence or a house in the hills or a house in the city or whatever we're going to have. But is it just a fantasy? She's starting to think, you know, am I just going batshit crazy here? Because if he's not physically here with me, and that's what I want, is what Divine Feminine's coming through and saying now. You know, if he's not physically here with me, and that's what I want, then is this all a fantasy? Maybe I'm living in a fantasy. And so her heart space remains closed off. She might be doing meditation. She might be listening to music. She might be, you know, trying her best, even praying or, you know, going within or whatever she's doing, getting Reiki done 8 times a week or I don't know, whatever it is that you do. But she's alone here. You see the loneliness? She wants to be touched. She wants to be loved in the physical. You know, where is he? It's, you know, she nearly wanted to swear then. Where the bleep is he? I need my swearing bell. You know, she's saying, I'm not an island. You know, we are physical beings. At the end of the day, yes, the spiritual terminology of twin flames is that, you know, we're connecting with souls and it's energetic and all of that, and yes, that's part of how you get your twin flame to come into you. But then she kind of goes, well, I need, you know, I reside in the 3rd dimensional reality. I have a body that needs to be nurtured and touched and felt and kissed and loved. Wow. And so we have Divine Masculine, which is really weird. Weird and good. He's going, ooh, booga booga, I'm a caveman, I'm making all this money so I can eventually come in for my Divine Feminine. She's going to be so proud of me. I hope she's feeling okay while she's over there on her own. Right? He's wishing the best. You know, she's my star. I'm doing all of this for her. I'm working hard for her. Eventually we're going to be together in union, physical union. Right? He has no idea that she feels like this. Completely left out in the cold. Completely on her own. Even if she lives with 10 roommates or housemates or has someone in her life already, she's lonely. And he doesn't even know. He has no clue whatsoever. And she's all, you know, maybe I should leave the journey. I need love. I really do. And it's a fair enough statement for divine feminine. It is fair enough. She's really feeling it. You know, how many vegetable gardens can she grow? How many stamp collections can she have? How many weeks, months, years must she trust that it's going to come in? Is how she's feeling. So let's get the other deck here and get some advice now. Divine masculine has no clue. He's just going, I'm working hard. I'm going to build this empire so that when I finally do come into her, she'll have everything she needs. Totally oblivious to how lonely she is. She can have all the friends in the world and all the hobbies in the world, but if she's not getting that physical intimacy, it closes off her heart chakra. Right. Let's see what the advice is. The advice for divine masculine, I'm using my Zara Lee Oracle cards, and sometimes I feel guided to just use them intuitively, and other times I feel like I want to read their meaning. Today I want to read their meaning. The advice for divine masculine is to understand, and I'll show you the cards in a minute, to understand the beauty of divine feminine here. To stop looking at what he can have in the future and understand that the blessing is also in the now. Divine feminine's ready and waiting now for many of them. Some aren't completely ready for union, but many of them are. Many of them have done the work, gone within. You know, it's this friendship that's important here. The divine masculine's being guided to continue the friendship with divine feminine, to continually keep it going. You know, he doesn't have to make love to her every Friday night. For some of them they can't because they live somewhere else. On Pluto here. I'm joking. You know what I mean? But she needs to feel nurtured, and in that she needs to feel emotionally nurtured, and the way to do that is to continue with the friendship. You know, continue the friendship. Text one another, phone one another, continue with it. And say the things perhaps that he wants to do to her. Say, I can't wait to kiss you. I can't wait to hold you. I can't wait to love you. I really miss you. We also have this feeling of the need for someone to come to the other. Someone has to travel here. Someone has to travel across water or across the roadway or across the hillside or wherever it is there's this feeling of, I love the alien card, alienation. This is how Divine Feminine's feeling. She's feeling alienated. For those of you already in union who are talking with your Divine Masculine, that message is not for you. But for the other Divine Feminines who are in separation or non-communication or rare communication, they're feeling alienated here. Divine Feminine, your health is being affected by this blocking off of your heart chakra. Alright? You must give yourself love. Even if you need a break from the twin flame journey for a little while, I need you, right, to take care of yourself. You need rest and you need nurturing here. And then we have 44, number 44. This is you being your own hero, saving the day, right? Taking time to recuperate from this, from the loneliness, from the isolation. You may need to call that friend. You may need to reach out to a coach or to a guide or someone to help you right now. This is a feeling of stagnation and exhaustion. When you close off your heart chakra, your energy cycle cannot flow, and so you block off your intuition, and you can make bad decisions, and your health can also be affected, like we've just mentioned. You can feel exhausted. Here we have the psychic ability card. You will not be able to get psychic messages if your heart chakra is blocked, because then your throat becomes blocked, third eye and the crown as well. They all relate to one another. So as you block one off, the rest can be blocked as well. So this need for you to feel nurtured and intimate may involve you going to see a friend and hugging them, going to see your kids and spending time with them. Give them a hug, tuck them into bed, have a game of football with them or something, right? There's a need for connection here, and as the world has been closed down, people are isolating themselves a lot. And Divine Feminine, you're really feeling this. So many of you need to go and see someone that you trust and love. Okay. It might just be that you call a friend and say, hey, would you mind coming over for a coffee? I really feel a little bit disconnected from the world right now. You may have a pet that you can spend time with. Okay. If you're in communication with your Divine Masculine, you could even say to him, tell him how you're feeling. Say, look, I'm really missing emotional connection, physical connection right now, and emotional too. They're both tied into one another. But just tell him, what should I do? I really miss that. I really need that. How can I feel more loved in a physical way? I don't want you to cut yourself off, Divine Feminine. On one hand, you need to rest and recuperate, perhaps take a day off of work. And on the other hand, you also need to go and see someone. Maybe you can have a friend of yours come over to your house and just have a day where you do your hair together, or do your nails, or have a cuppa, and hold their hand and talk with them. Don't make it weird, unless you're a lesbian, Each to their own, you do what you like, but you know what I mean. That's not what I'm trying to say. I don't mean intimately as in sexually touching, but touch, touch is a human. Donkey's rolling his eyes at me. touch and human connection is important. Okay, and the world shutdown has made life impossible for that. And some people live on their own. Some people don't have a whole family that they live with to be able to get that emotional connection. So get it from where you can, and explain if you can to your divine masculine that you're really needing it at this time. And he might have a few tips and suggestions if he can't be with you right now. Okay. So that's your reading for today. I hope this advice really helps you. And I want you to nurture yourself first and foremost and understand that you are beautiful and very loved in all ways. Okay? I hope you have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. Keep the faith, keep going, and if you need me, reach out, and I'll be more than happy to help you with your journey. Okay? Bye, everyone. Have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Did I say that twice? Sometimes I do. I have to laugh at myself. Donkey's already laughing. He's giggling up there. Okay, bye. I'll see you soon. Bye.